Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls from all over the world, my name's Brandon, and we're going to hang out this morning. We are going to hang out. We're going to talk about stuff that matters to you. So ask me anything. Alpha Mike Alpha. Viber Finance CEO, censor ETH. Hashtag censor ETH. Yeah. ETH sure does want to censor us, so why would we not censor ETH? Dougie Peach says, Rags, I know you're cold with this weather. Bro, it's pretty damn cold out there, man. It's cold out there right now. I told myself, I said, these guys are going to start talking trash to me because I'm not out on the porch. You guys are going to call me a wimp, this and that. Listen, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you guys this. One day a week, I'll go out there and freeze my balls off for the content. You guys can be happy about that, right? Red Squirrel, oi, oi, with a what, an Arcasa Hedron there. Outstanding. Crypto Compassion here for the popcorn. Bro, it's too early for popcorn, man. Popcorn jacks my teeth up, bro. I don't know. Barnes or bust, Vipes. Got no Vipes today, bro. I was actually going through my glasses. Let's see here. It's been a while. So I had these. Right. It's funny. I remember you could get these with the thing of suntan lotion back in the day for $3. Now Ray-Bans are like entirely too expensive. They scaled the Walmart aisles, the Walmart brand aisles, the reputation. They've scaled their way up. You guys remember these? So I can actually program messages in these. I can't put this on. So I use these for special occasions. And I can actually see myself, believe it or not. All right, cool. What else we got here? Okay. It has been a long time, folks. You guys remember these? Woo! Look at those bad boys. God bless America. Let's flip them upside down. Where's my nose go? Oh, those are gnarly. All right. And then I got the the Geordie LaForges. You guys know all about that. Yeah, I got the Geordies. Folks, it has been a while. Bust these out on special occasions. All right. So no Vipes today. We went over some stuff. If you guys want me to wear some glasses, you can just tip me. How about that? All right. Come get me, aliens. Can we start an organization like the NRA that fights for their gun rights, but for DeFi? Yeah, we could do that. Here's the thing, man. Next bull run, we're all going to be freaking loaded. So we just started a political movement, political party. We'll talk about that a little bit this morning. Sam I Am Morning. What up, Sam I Am? Hello, all. How's it going? Francis Powell from sunny Arizona. Lucky Taylor. Rags, thanks for helping me stay aware and proactive. You're welcome, Lucky. Bueno suerte. Elliot, good morning, everybody. Yup, K, what's up? What's up? Steak and Bake, JDB, what's up, Rags? How's your day? Day's good, man. I had my eggs, I had my cheese, and I had a little dab of Texas Pete. Now, here's what's cool. Today, you guys might not notice, and here's what I did. I lured you in by saying that decentralized exchanges were going to be banned, and we will talk about that. But the cool news is today, you'll actually be able to register for your free claim on Texan.cc. Today. That's today, guys. Noon Central Time, 1 p.m. Eastern. So if you had a Hex stake 4th of July before that was active, PulseX or Pulse Chain Sacrificer, you're going to be able to register for this thing. Now, here's how it works. All you're going to do is connect the wallet that you used. Okay, you're gonna sign a zero gas cert, so you're not gonna pay gas. And then when Texan launches, you're gonna get a nice little airdrop. You're gonna get 1 million Texan token. It's that simple. Nothing crazy. Now I'm going to get questions and say, well, why did you guys decide to make us connect our wallets and dox our wallets? I'm like, MF, come on now. You dox your daggone wallet when you created a hex stake. You dox your daggone wallet when you sacrifice. Not putting your name on there. You're not putting your name on it. It's your wallet, public wallet address. So just to let you guys know. Yep, K, anything. Hex Metal Barbie, good morning, Rags and fam. Good morning, Hex fam. Crypto Harvey, what's up, dude? Hexray Vision, you were up entirely too early. Are you okay, bro? Just making sure you're okay. CA was rating last week. Now it's back to 90 plus. Facing reality. Boom. Elbow cough. No, I didn't look into that, but I'm glad you reminded me. I'm actually going to remind myself now because I was very curious about that. I know Crypto Heartbeat did that stream even. Federal Credit Union. Crypto Credit Union. Okay. Kentucky Pete, hi, I'm in short sleeve. So my wife made fun of me yesterday. My brother, he's staying over here for a while. And real cold last night. So I got my tennis shoes on. I got some crazy polka dotted socks, put those on. I got some really high shorts because it's cold outside, and this is just what white males do during the wintertime. They wear shorts and they wear dad shoes. I put a t-shirt on, put my glasses on, put my hat on, and then they put like a flannel vest over top of it. And I walked downstairs. I said, I'm ready to go. She's like, you're not going outside in that. I said, hell yeah, I'm going outside in it. It's cold. I'm a white male. That's what white males do in the wintertime. We show these legs off, lady. We show them off. And we got the flannel to top it all up. I had to have some type of garment to kind of tie the fashion together. You know, nothing matched, but she says, what did she say? She said, you ain't gonna get nobody to look at you like that out there. I said, in the wild, the animals with the craziest color, they tend to do well. And she's like, she rolled her eyes. And I said, come on, man, talking to my brother. We went out and we had a blast. We went to the Outback and we shopped for dad's shoes too for him. Because that dude's feet were stinking, man. I said, bro, I know you work in some restaurants and stuff, man. We got to do something about those feet. And he's like, what are you talking about? I was like, bro, your dog's a rocket. I could smell it from the kitchen. I said, what we're going to do, we got to leave right now. We're going to go to Rack Room Shoes. We're going to get you that buy one, get one half off. We're going to get you new socks. We're going to get you some powder. And we're going to burn those damn things when you get back. After you take a shower, and you got to air your feet out for at least 24 hours, man. Foot health is the best health, folks. Foot health is the best health. And I had to help him out. All right. No porch was my first thought, but I'm in Florida and I'm cold AF, so I don't blame you. Yeah, it's chilly. Crypto Gains Club, 10 top. Brian, what is good? Do those allow you to see the future? No, but they allow me to burn ants. I'm an ant burner. Yeah, those are hella gangsta. Rags Unboxing. I like your banner. Oh, yeah, I like my banner too. That's a good quote. That is a good quote. That comes from, tell you what, you guys get a little hand clap if you tell me where that comes from. Not the movie, the actual book. I'm tired of playing their game. We need Texas to secede so I can get the F out of California. Mr. Rafferty, Rags is the nut to my butter. Unfortunately, Mr. Rafferty, I will never be able to unremember that statement. What's up, Rags? Congratulations on your Texas mission. Best of luck and success on the Texas token. Guys, it's exciting. It's exciting. We've had such an outpouring of support, much more so than the detractors. So that makes me be able to sleep a little bit better at night. Feels good. Credit union is better than banks. Great day, Cowboy. MJ Money, what's up? Cool people in the chat here. Yeah, we had a lot. We had a lot of people in the chat here. Hit the likes. Rag should be at 50. Don't listen to him, guys. So damn cold since we left Texas. Rafferty, thank you. Hope you're doing great. What is up? CHB and more. Okay. All right. So here's the deal. We're going to kind of change. We're going to change this up. We're going to talk about what you guys want to talk about. We're going to talk about happenings in the community. Yeah, I stubbed my crypto. Take care of your feet. Foot health is the best health, man. You got to take care of those damn feet. So we're going to talk about a couple things. First thing, I want to let you guys watch this video. You're here. You might as well learn something. Might as well. And I'm going to kind of show you guys this too. We're going to go to, let me see if this works. CHB, is that thing, hold on a second. Is that link live yet? It's not live yet. It'd be live at noon, obviously. Okay, cool. All right. This is, if you guys heard of Sam Bankman-Friedman, he's the head honcho over at FTX, right? Now, this is actually, this is a conversation between BitBoy Crypto and London Real. I love London Real, always have. So I'm going to let you guys watch this. It's going to give you some context, and then we're going to kind of get into things.
You know, all of that stuff that happened. And look, Ben, when I got to New York City in 93, I had to take the Series 7 and the Series 63 exams. So I had to learn about the Securities and Exchange Act of 1933 based on the market crash and, you know, all of that stuff that happened. And I got to learn why they were there. And I get it. But, you know, fast forward 100 years, we have the internet. We have a lot of ways about finding out information. And now I just don't think it does the job it was intended to do. And I think it like you said, it's out of its depth. They're trying to regulate things it shouldn't be regulated. Even a lot of the securities laws are just old and outdated, and they make us not very competitive from a technology standpoint. I say us, America, UK, whatever. And yeah, I hope what you're saying is correct, because also it's not an elected position; it's an appointed position. Right. And I think somebody was on my show recently saying that the next presidential candidate is probably going to be pro-crypto. And the good thing we're seeing is a lot of these elected officials now know being pro-crypto, well, it's just good for business because you're going to get more votes. And that's good for us in crypto. And I think, like you said, both Democrats and Republicans, they want to find some way of allowing us to use this technology. And yeah, hopefully the days of Gary and an overriding SEC are going to be over soon. But
do Democrats and Republicans really want to find a way for us to use this technology? Do we want to work together with them? Is that what we're doing here? Do they really care? I don't know what happened. I must have taken some type of crazy pill, but I'm just like seeing through all the trash now, dude. I don't like, it frustrates me that I even have to have the conversation about working together with a Republican or Democrat, because it's all clown face to me. It's all freaking clown face. Now, I know a lot of you guys, I see it in my chat, I see you guys in Europe, man. You're dealing with some crazy people now. Right now, you're dealing with some crazies. And I'm sure you guys feel the same way. These people are just like, here's the scary part, folks. This is the scary part. It's only going to get worse. These people that are coming up in university right now, they're not formally educated. They're not properly educated. They're not educated to think. They are educated to follow a manual, a scary freaking manual at that. And that's all you're going to see more and more and more. These people are getting dumber and dumber and dumber as the years go on. So you're going to see these elected officials get crazy. They're going to get freaking crazy, man. And that's what we're dealing with crypto. They don't care. They want control. They want power. They want tax money. Because that's how government survives. We survive by working our butts off. They survive by taking our money. whether by force or by inflation. Either or. All right, sorry. Get off my soapbox. Again, this is we're about to get into talking about Sam Bankman-Friedman. So this is just a little context. And then we're going to dig it in a little bit more. Hold on.
But we'll see. I hope you're right. I want to ask you about a couple personalities before we wrap up here. You were busy slamming Solana earlier, so let's just ask you. Sam Bankman-Fried, okay, runs FTX, funds probably a lot of the work of Solana, bought a bunch of these companies that went bankrupt on the cheap. Some maybe a rumor that he caused some of them to go bankrupt. What do you make of him? Some of these purchases for the cheap? What happened in the Terra Luna crash? I'll give you a free for all for a couple minutes.
Yeah, Sam Bankman-Fried's evil. I want to say that up front. He is a wolf in sheep's clothing. What Sam Bankman-Fried cares about is himself, his company, and making money. Like, that's what he cares about the most. He is trying to, I can't, once again, this is one of those things where I know what he's doing behind the scenes, but I can't tell you what he's doing behind the scenes, but by probably November, everyone will know. He is trying, I'll just loosely say what this has to do with. He's basically trying to take the worst piece of legislation in the history of crypto and apply it on a national level. And basically to make it where he's the only show in town. That is what they are working on right now. I found this out in a very just kind of interesting way. It's true. They're working on it. I told you that we were working on something, here at BitBoy Crypto. I work politically. I work, sponsoring bills and writing bills. And we're working on what is kind of the, if you think about a devil and an angel on somebody's shoulder when it comes to crypto, we're working on the angel, he's working on the devil. And it is going to be awful when people find out what he's really doing. And so kind of similar to the way that Gary Gensler is land grabbing right now on his way out, SBF is land grabbing every company he can before this thing hits. Now, I've been told that there's very little chance that what they're doing, FTX is behind this as well, what they're doing is going to go through and is going to work because basically of the filibuster laws. He is basically working only with people on the left. What we're doing is bipartisan, is on the left and the right. And so we're hoping we're going to be able to use that to our advantage to be able to bring in this this new thing we're trying to do compared to what he's trying to do. But I will tell you, I had my mind not made up about him for a long time. This week, some stuff I found out about him, I've now made up my mind on this guy permanently. He's trash. He doesn't care about you. He only cares about himself in all of his financial endeavors. He parades around as this is all good for crypto. You had to know when he was talking about buying BlockFi, I think it was. Yeah. Talking about buying BlockFi for pennies on the dollar. And the reason he wanted to do it was, well, I just think that long term, this will be the best thing to restore faith in crypto. Who makes financial decisions based on that? Nobody. He comes off as the savior of crypto. And I'll tell you, that's not what he is at all. And I can't wait till people find out what he's doing. There's another person behind this who's also one of the biggest villains in the history of crypto. If you guys go really look in depth at the Ross Ulbricht case and the people that were really in charge of putting him away for 2 life sentences, you will find this person's name all over that. And those people together are working on basically trying to destroy crypto in a peer-to-peer and decentralized way. They're trying to basically centralize the whole entire space of crypto. People say, well, how can you do that? Well, look, of course, they're not going to be able to stop you from sending a peer-to-peer transaction. They're not going to try to stop you from doing a DeFi transaction. They can't. But what that means is now when you've done that, that transaction is now against the law. What does that mean? Well, if you look at every big financial fraud case,
all right, so see what he says there. That's how the government operates. From a technological standpoint, they can't actually stop you from doing something. They can't stop you from using Tornado Cash. They can't stop you from, using a decentralized exchange that they deem unfit. That the what is it? OFAC, right? What is that? We talked about that yesterday. OFAC, Office of Foreign Asset Control, which is basically a blacklist that the Treasury Department holds. They can blacklist anybody from around the world. They can blacklist companies. They can blacklist companies that are domestic. They can blacklist individuals with no due process. Right. So any company that you do business with that is on that blacklist, you can be held accountable in the future if it ever comes up that you did something crazy. And he goes on to say here, well, I'll just let him say it, but this is the game. They will outlaw it. And if you are found to have broken the law at any point in history after that, then they're going to get your ass. That's just the play out of the playbook. This is what happens. So let's keep playing here.
In the history of the world, pretty much, what do they go after? They call it wire fraud. It's basically, and it's money laundering. When you do an unlawful transaction and then you try to bring that money back into the supply, that's money laundering. That's wire fraud. So yes, technically you can still do it, just like technically you can use a Bitcoin mixer or you can use Tornado Cash. But the government said that's money laundering. So that's what you'll be up against if what Sam Bankman-Fried is trying to get through passes. And so, everybody needs to be speaking out against this guy because he's basically trying to single-handedly destroy decentralized crypto.
He has made some very intelligent financial decisions, as in, he has been very wily when it comes to that, buying things on the cheap. Yeah. Making it through these crashes and crises, making sure Solana's winning at least FTX. I mean, he's done that right.
I mean, look at what George Soros. How did he make all his money? How did George Soros make the majority of his money? By crashing the pound, right? It was a terrible thing that he did.
So Sam Bankman-Fried has created this persona. He's the head guy at FTX. He's created this persona that he's the smartest man in the room. Now what happens with that? A lot of people don't really think for themselves. And if somebody says that dude's smart, then people are automatically going to say, okay, anything that comes out of that dude's mouth is smart, i.e. Solana. So he has business interests in Solana. And he told everybody that Solana is the best blockchain out there. Now, everybody in this chat knows that Solana is it's like an abacus. It's broken. It's busted. It's jacked up. Been jacked up for a long time. I knew they were really jacked up when they talked about making a Solana cell phone. Like, dear Lord, what is happening? But what he does, because he has created that persona of being the smartest person, people just listen to him. People listen to the dude. And the problem with that is you get a lot of pull congressionally. You get a lot of pull with legislators. People say, who's the smartest guy around? It's this guy, Friedman, blah, blah, blah. And it's garbage. So he's using that to his advantage now. He's using that persona that he's built as the guy in the know about crypto, like the top honcho. Now, we got Richard and we got 10 other people in our community that could run circles around this guy. However, it's pretty insidious what he's doing, and we'll keep going here.
For so many people, but he benefited from it tremendously. That set him up for the rest of his entire life to be able to do whatever he wants in the world, politically, or whether it's, philosophically or financially or business-wise. Sam Bankman-Fried is basically trying to do something kind of similar to that. That's going to be bad for everybody. Great for him.
The greedy bankers are about to do it again. In 2008, they crashed our financial system and nearly bankrupted the entire global economy. Then they received trillions of dollars in government bailouts. And after, they demanded fat bonuses paid for by you, the taxpayer.
It turns out the banks haven't just been screwing the American taxpayers, they're also screwing over their investors. Turns out the banking industry is the worst place you could put your money, despite enormous taxpayer bailouts.
Now the bankers are back to take away your financial freedom. They lie and tell you that cryptocurrency isn't safe. They try to make it illegal for you to choose how to invest your hard-earned money. They lie and say cryptocurrency is used by money launderers and criminals. But look at the record. It's the banks themselves that launder hundreds of billions of dollars every year to the biggest criminal operations in the world.
Leaked documents have revealed how some UK banks have helped criminals, money launderers, and Russians under sanctions.
American authorities discovered that the Sinaloa cartel moved $881 million through HSBC accounts as bank officials turned a blind eye to the illegality.
The bankers lie and say cryptocurrency is not a real investment. Meanwhile, the smartest CEOs in the world are buying billions and billions of it. The truth is that banks lie about cryptocurrency because it makes them scared. The banks take $9 trillion per year of your hard-earned money, and they are worried that they will finally be exposed. They're scared because crypto means they can no longer control your money, which means they can no longer control you. They are scared because you might actually understand your money and intelligently decide what to do with it. Now is the time for us to come together, fight back, and take control. It's time to educate ourselves, our families, and our communities. Because financial education means financial freedom. We know that cryptocurrencies will help us build the new decentralized financial system of the future. A banking system that is of the people, by the people, and for the people. A banking system where access to finance is a fundamental human right. A banking system that is free and fair and welcomes all humans on this earth. The DeFi revolution is happening. We, the people, can no longer be fooled. We choose to take control of our finances. We choose to take control of our freedom. We choose to take control of our future. Join us, and let's take back our financial freedom forever.
My wife always hates watching like movies and inspirational things with me because I'm like, oh, this is cheesy. And that was a little bit cheesy, I'm not going to lie, but everything that they said was on point. Right now, we're kind of, yeah, you want a link to that? I'll give you the link. So right now we're living in like, okay, so how can I imagine this and explain it? Okay, so you have the ocean and then you have the beach. Okay. You have the ocean and the beach. And the ocean side is legacy finance. That's what we're dealing with right now. Okay. So the ocean represents legacy finance. And then on the beach side, that represents cryptocurrency, land. We are on, right, we're on the beach. We're where the water meets the land right now. We are trying to transition out from the ocean. That's what's happening. We're trying to crawl our way out. And the tide comes up and the tide goes back down. And legacy finance wins some days and the land wins the other days. And what, you know, with the technology that we have, because we have so much knowledge now, because we do have access to knowledge, because we have streams like this and streams from other people, and people understand how money works now, legacy finance is losing its grip. It's losing its grip. Everything that legacy finance is designed to do is to take your money. I saw this hedge fund manager, and he says, you guys really don't realize how bad it hurts us when you try to short the market. Wall Street bets and GameStop and all that. It's just really, really bad for everybody. He says, you guys don't realize that one of our biggest clients is actually, it's pensions. You know, you're screwing the common man out there. You're really screwing them. And he's saying we're screwing the common man as he makes $400,000 a year. But beyond that, this is what's interesting. Why does the 401k exist, folks? Why do you think it really exists? Does it exist to give you a tax-free haven or tax-deferred haven, rather? No. The 401k exists to provide an endless stream of income to the stock market. That's why it exists. It was used to prop up the stock market and crash in the 70s, I think. Now they have an endless stream. It's like you go to work and they're like, you want a 401k? Protect your future. Let's go do it. So you sign up. People don't know what they're doing. You know, every Joe who's works for a big plumbing company or AC company or a Fortune 500 company or whatever. You just sign the dotted line. Oh, we'll match you 3%. Hey, by the way, you could put in 8%. We're only going to match 3%. Guys, by the way, don't overfund your damn 401k. If you don't know what I'm talking about, ask your financial advisor. Don't overfund it. The Power of Zero. That's what you got. That you need to read that book if you want to understand your money there in this broken friggin' system. So the stock market does not exist to make our lives better. It does not. The stock market's part of the problem. The government's part of the problem in a big way. Here's what you have with this Sam guy, Sam Bankman-Fried. And I actually saw this from Charles Hoskinson like 4 or 5 months ago. Charles goes to Capitol Hill and he finds out that members of the Bitcoin community are lobbying Congress to completely outlaw DeFi. Gone, done. Outlaw DeFi. Behind everybody's backs. These Bitcoin OGs, they're working with congressional staffers to do it. It's all based on greed here. If these Bitcoiners had one iota of smarts, they would realize that we need as many doors open as possible to move this thing forward. But it's not about that. It's about pumping their damn bags. Crypto media is owned by Bitcoin and Ethereum holders, OG folks. We've seen with Ethereum now that the validators are OFAC compliant. Again, if you guys didn't know, the OFAC they're the folks that create the blacklists for money. And to actually read it directly, this is what it is. Ask me any questions, by the way. If you guys have any questions, ask me. The Office of Foreign Assets Controls, OFAC, of the U.S. Department of the Treasury administers and enforces economic and trade sanctions based on U.S. foreign policy and national security goals against targeted foreign countries and regimes, terrorists, international narcotics traffickers, those engaged in activities related to the proliferation of weapons of mass destruction, and other threats to the national security, foreign policy, or economy of the United States. So I said this yesterday. With no due process, anybody can put you on this damn list. Anybody can put you on this damn list. So Ethereum validators, ETH 2.0, I think it's something like 50% of those blocks, 50% of those validators right now, they are complying with the OFAC blacklist. Is that the world we want to live in? Do we really want to launch on Ethereum? I think that's a pretty good deal for Pulse Chain folks. Not having to comply with OFAC. This is the downfall of what happens when you connect, when you get greedy and you want to connect cryptocurrency to legacy finance. They exist to take everything from you, take power from you, take liberty, take sovereignty, take financial freedom from you. That's what they do. So when you connect crypto to legacy finance, that's what's going to happen. This guy, Sam Bankman-Fried, he is creating legislation on the federal level that is going to require a bit license. So what's a bit license? This is when you basically push out the small guys to decrease competition by requiring them to have a license that's extremely expensive to create any type of DeFi product. Okay. A lot of people are giving this dude a pass. They say, well, that's just business. Well, that's not really business. That is using the federal government to increase your competitive advantage through legislation. I wouldn't say that that's fair. Would you guys say that's fair? I'm not going to stick up for that dude. Think about all the innovations out there that happened because the small guy had a good idea, created really, really cool idea, and then it did really well for a lot of people. A lot of people got rich off that person's idea. So he wants to centralize everything on the federal level, every single state. If you want to create a crypto project, if you want to create a decentralized exchange, if you want to create some type of lending platform and create any type of stable coin solution or anything DeFi, you got to have a license. Now, you look in big cities, look at like what happened. So when licenses are required, regulation comes in. It stifles business and stifles innovation in favor of the people who are already existing. How many brand new bars do you see open up in downtown New York or Philly? You know why? You know why? Not a lot. And it used to be people could open up bars all the time. People aren't in that business anymore because it costs daggone $400,000 to get a liquor license. It stifles competition. It stifles innovation. And that's what the hell they want to do. That's what they want to do. Gotta wake up and see this stuff, man. These politicians, they're stupid. I don't think most of these politicians, I would say 99%, couldn't listen to this conversation we're having right now and comprehend 75% of what we're saying. However, these are the people that are in charge of voting. Yeah. I think I'm going to go sponsor some bills. I'm going to talk to my dude here. We'll try to get some stuff sponsored. Crony capitalism. Yeah. Capitalism works. Crony capitalism does not work. Archie S says, I saw Ivan on tech stream about OFAC and how they censor blocks on ETH. I think solutions have been worked by Vitalik, etc. Hope Pulse Chain Com can decentralize rapidly to stop the censorship. Kinetics in the house. What is up, my brother? From a Colorado mother. 401k is like making a house payment on a house you don't use and hoping it's paid off by the time you retire, then selling it. Way better places to invest. You know what the trick with the 401k is, folks? Here's the trick. It's tax deferred. So you're going to defer these taxes into the future and allow compound growth, right? What's the tax rate going to be in 30 years? Do you guys know? Who knows? Nobody damn knows what the tax rate's going to be in 30 years. If there's any indication of what it might be based on the incompetence of our government, it's going to be much higher than it is now. Right? That's the play. You're gonna get your ass busted in 30 some years. That's what's gonna happen. All right. What are the coiners' counter arguments to ending DeFi? I'll tell you what their counter arguments are. I've got, you know what? Google Drive is my second brain, folks. I put all my stuff down here, put all my ideas. I could go off the top, but I want to kind of just have some somewhat decent content for my followers. Arguments. Let me see if did I put it under that? Let's try Rags to Riches Squad. It might be under that. Rags to Riches Squad. Yeah. So here's what they say that DeFi is not decentralized because we use proof of stake. Which there could be some validity to that. However, what we found is we don't need a billion nodes to do the work. We don't need that. Now, in the case of Ethereum, I think they swung way too far in the wrong direction, where I think they only have like 4 validators processing 95% of the blocks. It's a problem. But again, you know, we got to ask ourselves, like, what's Vitalik's plan for this? What type of pressure is he receiving? Is he in it for the glory? Is Vitalik in it for the glory? That's his baby. So is he going to comply with regulation? Is he going to try to make this a global worldwide thing? Is he going to do it by instead of means of innovation? Is he going to play ball with the governments and use by means of legislation? That's the question. So that's one of their arguments. DeFi is not decentralized enough. But here's the funny thing. Is Bitcoin decentralized enough? They say Bitcoin's the most decentralized option out there. And let's go back to the 2008 financial crisis. the banks were bailed out, and the Federal Reserve decided that they would bail out the banks and use quantitative easing. Quantitative easing, for you guys that might be new to the stream, is when the federal government prints money. They use that to stimulate the economy. Well, why does that stimulate the economy? Well, when you print money and you give it to banks, or you print money and give it to people, the idea through Keynesian economics is you don't want savings. You want people spending money. You want people going through credit. And that's what forces people to kind of work when they're in debt to other folks. So that's what happens. Quantitative easing. If you get an extra $500 in your damn bank account, you're going to be tempted to spend it. Most Americans do that. Most people in the Western world do that. And the problem with this, when they did that, when they bailed the banks out, the taxpayers had no say in that process. That's a big problem. The taxpayers had no say. The government just swooped in and did whatever the hell they wanted. The Federal Reserve did whatever the hell they wanted. They were not accountable to Congress. They were not accountable to the people. Unelected bureaucrats caused this to happen. It's a problem. The Bitcoin thought experiment was born out of necessity, right? That's where crypto came from. It was because of that. So you got to understand why it happened and where it came from. And the Bitcoin white paper plainly states that there is a need for a trustless system. Now, what's the issue here? In the white paper, it also says that Bitcoin nodes have to be honest. Well, who controls these Bitcoin nodes? Who controls the network? Who controls the hash power? Bitcoin had an initial design to be open and accessible to anyone, and you could mine Bitcoin from your computer. But as time went on, you had specialized GPUs. They were created that made the network more secure by increasing the total hash rate. So at the beginning, like Richard says, he could just press an EXE, he could mint Bitcoin. So that's one node securing the network. And for a long time, the network wasn't very secure. All right, because you only had one person doing it. And then there was a sweet spot where you had lots of nodes that were doing this, and it was affordable for the regular person to click that EXE and secure the Bitcoin network. But then what happened after that? People try to get smart. We talk about honest nodes, right? Look at all these companies, all these mining companies that have hundreds of thousands or even millions of Bitcoin miners, and they start gobbling up the hash rate, which is actually what controls the Bitcoin network, which hash rate is also what controls whether or not you can make a change to the Bitcoin network, right? Bitcoin improvement plan. Nobody tells you on the Bitcoin side that Bitcoin can be changed. They don't like to really mention that. It's not part of their narrative. But that's what it's all about. With higher security, what happened? You had a higher barrier to entry. Why? It's because you needed more machines to get the same type of ROI, right? Because you had the halvening, you had other things, had the hash rate kept going up, and it forced the small guys out of the market. And then it forced all of the people who were well capitalized kind of into the small group of folks that actually control the Bitcoin network. And in fact, if you go to fortune.com, there's a fortune.com article, and we've talked about this before. This article, 50% of hash power is held by 0.1% of mining companies, right? And the Bitcoin bros go to Congress and say that Ethereum and DeFi isn't decentralized enough. 0.1% of mining companies hold 50% of the hash power. Whoa. Estimated, it might be more. On top of that, Satoshi can still market dump 1 million Bitcoin that he mined originally if he wakes up one day. If he does, he might be dead. Somebody might be dead. Whoever a Bitcoin is, whether it's a person or a series of individuals that represent that. It's funny how that 1 million Bitcoin never comes up. It never comes up when they talk about the total count that could be dumped. It's because it's inconvenient. Let's just keep him out of here. We know he's dead. Centralized exchanges, the top 100 Bitcoin wallets, and Satoshi own about 70% of all the Bitcoin in existence. How much of those top 100 wallets are nation states, centralized exchanges, billionaires, Fortune 500 companies, Mellon Bank, BNY Bank, Citibank? Keep going and going and going. Argument 2, Bitcoin can't be hacked or exploited. But it happens all the time in DeFi. You know what happens in DeFi? You know why it happens? Because anybody can copy a project and rug pull. We're not talking about the rug pulls. We're talking about the legit projects here. I like to ask this question with folks. I'd like to say, all right, tell me somebody in chat, what's the most amount of Bitcoin that has ever been minted? Right? Exploited and minted. How much Bitcoin? What's the most amount that ever existed on the network before it got rolled back? Most people get that wrong. I'll let you guys answer this while I go through the comments here. All right. Ocean Breeze, Viber Finance CEO, 1,000%. Most of the plebs here are still in the dark. FAs work with them and for themselves and banks and financial institutions. They need the client's money to earn commissions. That's the sad part, man, because in order to go work for a financial institution, you got to drink the Kool-Aid that you're actually helping the customer. For me, when I was selling financial products to people, I quickly realized that it was a scam. Quickly realized. You realize even like a 1% fee, 1.5% fee can mean hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars compounded over 30 years that people lose out on, and it goes into the financial advisor's pocket and it goes into the company that they work for. It's a scam. It's a freaking scam. All you would have, if you want to talk about the stock market, you don't want to talk about crypto, you just open up an ETF, open up an account on Vanguard, open up and invest in VU ETF, and you can do just as well as they do. Elliot says, Rags on fire today. You must be crazy. I guess the term monopoly doesn't apply at the federal level. They don't give a damn. They're playing by different rules. It only applies to us. Only applies to us. Roth, if you're going to play in that racket, should be no tax rate. Taxation is theft. Dude, well, if there is going to be a tax rate, it better be freaking low. But what we got going on today, like, people are okay with 35% if it helps the poor people. Let me tell you something, man. That money is not going to the poor people. Well, how can you say that, Brandon? How can you say that? Like, healthcare, blah, blah. You know how I know? It's because we're running a deficit. The government's spending all that money. They don't have money to pay anybody, so they got to print it. That's what the Federal Reserve solves that too. Like, if we ban the Federal Reserve, not helping anybody, it's hurting us. We're giving to these damn people who don't care. Freaking idiots. AOC, what a dumbass. What a freaking idiot, man. Nancy Pelosi. Oh, he hates women. In a Roth, you still have to pay taxes on the gains, just not the initial amounts invested. Correct. Hexacat, good morning. I'm not a fan of either. Oh, he'll bend the knee. If you guys want, yeah, exactly. If you guys want to understand, that's the best one. The best. Get those tax-free buckets in order. Roth IRA and crypto is phenomenal, in my opinion, unless legislation kills them and they try to bump a credit investor level from 1 million to 10 million. Tax deferred, and zero tax buckets are explained well. Get into that insurance game too. That's where you can launder the real money. Very stupid question, just for clarification. What's the core difference between decentralized and centralized? Yeah. Centralized is kind of like a single point of failure. So if Coinbase gets burned to the ground or the servers get burned to the ground, you're screwed. There's no backup. However, the decentralized exchange gets burned to the ground, it's okay because there are tons and tons of nodes that you can recover from. Like in a very basic way, that's the difference. There are ledgers that are stored all over the place for that. I'm a loner dotty, a rebel, manage my own money. They don't ask about people paying all for their wars either, right? If there was no Federal Reserve, it would be a much more difficult decision to go to war and give billions and billions and billions and billions. 08 crisis was why POWH and Celsius was created. 08 crisis was why. I might be reading that wrong. Many hands versus few hands. The more people participate trustlessly in decentralization, trusting a single player or small bucket of people is centralization. Yeah. And here's the thing too, guys. We could talk about a network being centralized or decentralized, but when you have things built in that ultimately maybe allow you to change the network, like Bitcoin, like hash rate is what matters. The network might be decentralized, but if you have a centralization in hash rate, it doesn't damn matter. It doesn't matter. In decentralization in crypto is kind of like a farce anyway, because you better hope that the person that's in charge of a cryptocurrency, Bitcoin or Ethereum or any layer 2, you better hope that they have your best results at heart and not theirs, because there's so much manipulation that happens. So much manipulation with liquidity, so much manipulation with bots, buys and sells to create the illusion that something is strong. So crypto, the network can be decentralized, but I would say, in my estimation, crypto is far from being decentralized, because you have a few that are willing to and able to move the market. You just better hope they're in it for you too. My honor to help. Sucks for those hex guys that did a 55555. No, there'll be a network out there. Something called non-volatile memory. Look that up on Google. We're not gonna make it. We're not gonna make it. We're not gonna make it anymore. We're all gonna make it. Wag me. All right, we got to do it. I told you guys about it. Yes, Google Trends. All right. Let's do it. Ask me anything, you bunch of knuckleheads. All right, wag me. All right, let me share this. This is freaking hilarious, dude. I don't know why this cracks me up. I probably should stop talking about it. All right, add the stream. Let me maximize this thing. Look at that. Oh, shoot. We're not going to make it, folks. We ain't going to make it. Let's do web searches over time. Everybody's like, what's WAGME? Notice it was like at the top of the market. Past 12 months. Let's do like past 90 days. Yeah. Gosh, it's freaking hilarious to me because I'm sick, twisted, sadistic psychopath. WAGME. We're all gonna make it. Not. All right. We'll remove that. Let's keep going here. 184 billion. Or 186. 184 billion. Most people don't know that. Most people don't know that 184 billion Bitcoin existed before the chain was rolled back. Now, here's how you get them. You tell them to Google it, and they say, well, 184 billion. And you ask them, well, wait, Bitcoin can't be changed. How is the chain rolled back if Bitcoin can't be changed? And they say, well, blah, blah, they don't know what they're talking about. And you say, well, actually, it's because Satoshi and his entourage owned a majority of the hash power, and they had the power to roll it back. So if somebody has the majority of the hash power today, they actually do have technically the power to make changes to the Bitcoin network. BIP. Bravo, Indigo, Papa, my guy. Not financial advice, but would appreciate it if you touched on this a little. With the talk of the bit license and banning decentralized exchanges, pretend you had a bunch of dry powder waiting. It's not going to go through. I don't think it's going to go through. It's especially like, so I said this last week. Authoritarians exist on both sides. The right wants to tell you, like, the right wants to tell you who you can sleep with and who you can't sleep with. The right wants to tell you, you can't burn flags. The right, like patriot, like that's how the right operates. The left operates by saying, okay, this is what you can spend your money on and can't spend your money on. This is what we're going to spend our money on for you, and you can't spend money on for you. So right now, this Sam Bankman-Fried, he is working with the Democrats solely. They're not going to have power much longer. If you guys think that the Democrats aren't going to get friggin' railroaded in a month, you're crazy. They're going to be out real quick. So it's not that this is actually going to go through. It's just that that he's actually trying. But here's the scary part. It's evolution, not revolution. There might be one little piece out of that legislation that he wants to keep and try the next time, and the next time, and next time. You eat a whale one bite at a time here. Buy the dip. Would you get Ethereum or BTC or split it between both? If I'm looking at money, I'd get Ethereum. We need roads. 200 billy. Yeah, 184 billy. The federal government thrive off ignorance of the public. AOC doesn't know what a garbage disposal is, and we're supposed to listen to her. I heard AOC talk to Dr. Ben Carson, neurosurgeon, leading academic. It's like everybody in that congressional hearing knew that she was the dumbest person in the room except for her. He hates women. Hi, Sandy. DST's Deferred Sales Trust. I'm not as familiar with those. 184 billion, out of thin air. Back in the early days of our country, instead of having to pay the racket of taxes, we used to pay a usage fee. Correct. Excise taxes. You use road to pay a negligible amount to pay for the upkeep. Correct. You don't pay for roads in corrupt DC. Hey, fam, just popping in. We discussed the DEX issues. Yeah, we got done with it. You just got these creeps, man, that are just trying to go behind people's backs, crush competition, crush business, and legislate that you got to have a bit license to do anything crypto in the world in the United States. Now, what's going to happen? If that were to happen, what does that do? You know what India is saying when they see that legislation? Oh, yes. Yes, United States. Please, federal government, please, Democrats, take away the ability for the American people to innovate crypto. Europe. Oh, yes, please do that. Please do. China. Yes, please do. Japan. Yes, China. Everybody. Yeah, please do that. Democrats, go and shoot your own country in the foot. Every significant, a majority of the significant innovations that have come in the past 40 years have come from our country. There's a reason for it. But it's waning. How long before CBDCs inject themselves? Very soon. Fed now. Google Fed now. We've talked a lot about that in the past. What about if you sack from Trust Wallet? Yeah, as long as you... What? Well, actually, what's your damn question? Do you know your own mailing address? He asked me for my mailing address the other day, and I gave him my P.O. box, and then he sent me a picture. He's like, bro, they sent it back to me. Do you know your own mailing address? I think I had it on auto debit, and my P.O. box didn't get paid in 3-month chunks. I think that's what happened. Way behind, great stream. The Power is Yours, good book. What is WAGMI? We're all gonna make it. And the fact that we Googled it and we're not gonna make it is hilarious. Alex Stein is base. Alex Jones has demons. Rags, where's the best place to go absorb all of your knowledge? Discord, Telegram? Probably YouTube, bro. It's just YouTube. This is what I do. I can prepare a little bit. It makes me sound a whole lot smarter than I actually am. I could see ETH hit 20K top next bull run. Maybe. Maybe we'll see. If ETH can hit 20K top, then that means Pulse Chain is going to damn do a 10,000X. IMO, in my opinion. What else did we want to do today? Gosh, we're an hour in. Sorry, I'm late. Can we get your coin today? Guys, now you get it. Now you understand. What time is it? It's 12 Eastern, 11 Central. In 1 hour, you go to text.cc. You can get your 1 million Texan token for free. Okay, so we're going to have like a pre-qualification. You call it a free claim, kind of, not really. But what you're going to do, if you had a hex stake July 4th or before that was active, if you sacrifice for Pulse Chain, you sacrifice for Pulse X, you're going to get 1 million Texan token for free. So you'll go there, you'll connect your wallet, you'll sign a zero gas cert. It's going to put you in our database. And when we launch, you will receive 1 million Texan token per wallet that qualified for one of those three things per wallet. Okay, so it's not, if you did all three from one wallet, you're only going to get one airdrop. But if you did three things from three separate wallets, then you'll get three airdrops. Brandon, that's not fair. It's not fair. I had somebody on Twitter hit me up. That's just not fair, man. These people, blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, I don't like free token either. I don't like it. I hate it. You should unfollow me. Do not like, comment, or subscribe. Now you guys get it. Max Tactico. Just want to say thank you in advance for the airdrop racks. Yeah. Hour to go to claim. Yeah, that's kind of cool. And we're going to pay the gas fees. We're going to pay the gas fees for you. That's cool. That's cool, right? We'll pay the gas fees when we get this airdrop. We do this airdrop when this chain launches. Boom, gas fees paid. Hope it's not 140,000 wallets to claim it. I think it's probably going to be like 10,000. 10 to 20,000 maybe, 20,000. Matt thinks 5,000. How many people you think you're going to go claim their stuff? I'd honestly rather not just make a big stink about it because I don't want speculators dumping the price for 120 days. I expect a 60 or 90-day dump. I would hate to have it the other way, though. Damn, no wrench. Can't post links. Damn, admins. Tell them what's up with the wrench life. Just tell them what's up, folks. Tell them what's up with the... Yeah, you should have said life just isn't fair. Yeah, life ain't fair, man. Poor guy. This is the way. Optional as they choose is yours and yours alone. I have high confidence. I think it's fair, in my humble opinion. Yeah, I think it's fair too. Excited for Texan token. I'm excited too. I think a lot of people are excited. A lot of people are quietly excited. Now, I said this yesterday. This is how this works. The real FUD won't come out until Texan token actually has a price chart and becomes a reality. That's when they come pouring in. But an incredible byproduct of that FUD is more people are going to find out about it. So if you're out there fudding, you might just want to consider not fudding, because not fudding us will probably actually cause us to do worse. So you haters out there, I know you're watching. We got 118 people in here. You got some haters. You got some stalkers. It's like YouTube's kind of like Facebook. You got those old ladies kind of peeking their noses out windows to see what's going on in the neighborhood, calling the cops on everybody. Hee, I sacrificed for PLS on a ton of wallets. Yay. That's Guy. Hee. The benefit of being a hodler. I donated quite a bit to T&M, so we get some ridiculous amounts of T&M tokens. Where do we see that? You get 100,000 to 1. If you were a top 10 wallet, you either got 100% on top of that or 150%. I'm a lover, not a fighter. Hex stakes in one wallet donated to T&M from another wallet. Does that T&M donation wallet qualify for a claim also? No, you're getting 100,000 from that. So, I mean, that's awesome. Speculators, some are, and rewarded they may be. It's exciting, folks. It's exciting. Matt and I are playing the slow game, but we believe that not stirring up trouble and not causing issues, although it may not And it's not in our nature to do it too. Like I could, if I wanted to, I could destroy people in trolling. I promise you I could. Just doesn't make me feel good. So we're just playing the slow game. We're going to keep building our community. We're going to keep thanking you all for being incredible ambassadors. Be great ambassadors for Texan. Be great ambassadors for Pulse Chain. Be great ambassadors for Hex. You don't have to get in these fist fights. And people will see our strength that way. I think that's you don't lose anything when you go that route. You know, you don't lose a piece of yourself. Just don't let people control you. You got to, all right. So here's the deal. All right. If you want to be an admin in this chat, and like today, I think we got like 10 or less. I've been alive for a while here. This channel has. If you want to be an admin, it's pretty much out of my control, to be quite honest. You got to get 2 admins to vote for you, and then you have to write a paper that I have to read publicly as to why you should be an admin. And even then, you might not get in because the admins might not vote to let you in. So you got to get 2 people to endorse you. You got to write a paper. And it's out of my control. It's the other admins. If you haven't watched Rag streams every day for a year, you don't qualify for a wrench. Boom. I keep saying I'm going to make a Rags wrench NFT. And if you hold it, you got it. Dang, optimal time on. Shoot, well, talk to the admins. If you can't find one, you're screwed. I guess Sam and Mr. Rafferty are here, but geez, I don't know, man. It's a tough crowd. It's a tough crowd. All right, I'm going to go over this because this is what some of you guys want. I'm just going to do it. All right, stop screen. Actually, should I wait this? I'm going to go over it tomorrow. All right, so Pulse Bitcoin, they put their white paper out. I was going to read the white paper for the first time live, but we're already an hour and 7 minutes in. And my computer, you guys can tell how I'm choppy and slow. This damn battery that I have for my Sony ZV-1's all jacked up. I wouldn't take the rents from you if you gave me one. That's my man. Good job, Bullish. What if we just send fire memes? If they're, I mean, I'm a pretty difficult person to convince that a meme is fire. If you haven't checked out my community tab on YouTube, you know, it's going to say it all. 5-page paper, double spaced, 8-point fine. What was that, MLA format back in the day? I hated that stuff, dude. You know what I hated when we were in English class and they would make us read these like poems and poetry from like the 1800s, and they'd make us like take these markers and identify the structure and break it down. And I'm like, guys, do you think that these people really wanted us to break down the structure of poems, or do you think they wanted us to read the poems and understand the meaning? That always pissed me off. And that's a tangent here. Less than an hour to go. Yep. All right. So 1 hour, you're going to go to texan.cc. At the top, you're going to see a red button. What's this red button going to say? I've got it right here. Yeah, there'll be a red button at the top of the page. You'll be able to claim. That's because you couldn't read. Don't out me, bro. Why are you out me here? Duck, dive, dodge, dip. Don't let that wrench get you where the good Lord split you. For my doctorate degree, hated it. Yeah, MLA format it. Sandy Beach, dude. You don't belong in here, Sandy Beach. We're a bunch of degens. You actually got your damn life together. What? I set the precedent. Pretty sure I'm probably the only person who wrote out why I deserve one. Not sure if I should be proud or embarrassed. Well, Sam, this is an ongoing thing. Things change, but I liked that. So now we're going to do it. Sam, yes, I had to read Sam's thing out. Hold on. Sam, I wonder if I still got it. Let's read Sam's plea to become an admin. I'm going to see if I can find it here. I don't think I can find it, Sam. Did somebody say DJ and a wild Maddie appeared? Maddie Allwood, what is up? No, Sam, send it back to me. I want to see it. Not dumping Texan Lucky Taylor. Thank you. Hey, yeah, I know, but I have it on auto delete all my IG stuff. I just get too much in there. Hold on. What's this say? Once you start to see the BS in the news and the programming, you've been red pilled. Congratulations, you made it lots further to go. You right about that, Maddie? What is going on in this world, man? What's going on in this community right now, dude? Are we just ready for this thing to launch? We ready, folks? What's up? What is up? I don't know. Well, I'm going to hop off here, folks. Tomorrow, we're going to go over this white paper. We'll go over this Pulse Bitcoin white paper. There are some things in here. See, I told you guys, lurkers. We got people lurking in here. Lurkers. But the Pulse Bitcoin thing, I scanned over real quick. Kind of looks cool. It'll be interesting to go over if you understand what Bitcoin is. I'll let you guys decide. Later, bro. Hexcat, be good. I'll be back in tomorrow. Probably maybe around the 11 o'clock a.m. slot. And we'll go. I was lurking, a.k.a. listening. Shout out to Mr. Rafferty. Gave you your rags fix. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Wait, what is this? Too many lurkers in here. Somebody tell me a joke. Before we go, I need a good joke. Get your little fingers typing. Come on. Get your fingers typing. Sandy Beach. See? Sandy, you're not humble now. You're not humble. I know, right? It's dysfunctional. It is. It's home. I mean, I think that's why we are so dysfunctional, because we're so comfortable with each other. Oh, shoot. K Hudson, knock, knock. All right. Who's there, K Hudson? Oh, gosh. Archie, knock, knocked too. Sir Edward Trichome. Knock, knock. Who's there? Biden. It's a bad joke. Whoa! Every time I watch that, dude, it freaks me out. I swear it freaks me out, dude. I don't know how to feel. It's like I'm embarrassed right now and I feel ashamed of myself. I don't know what those white people were doing in that circle in the community center at the Moose Lodge. I got no clue. Oh, shoot. Y'all are idiots. All right, guys. I gotta get the hell out of here. It's too much. I'm applying for a screwdriver. You apply for that damn screwdriver, bro. Good luck getting it. Good luck. I'm out, folks. Be good.